First for our guests, the Fairmont Firebirds. At forward, a 6-foot junior, number 11, Molly Morgan Elliott. At forward, a 6'2" sophomore, number 21, Maddie Westfeld. At forward, a 6'3" sophomore, number 22, Madison Bartley. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 23, Makira Webster. And at guard, a 5'6" freshman, number 33, Ashley Daniels. Head coach of the Firebirds is Lacey Drake. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Centerville Elks. At guard, a 5'5" sophomore, number 10, Emma Stanley. At guard, a 5'7" freshman, number 20, Amy Velasco. At forward, a 5'9" senior, number 23, Jasmine Broner. At guard, a 5'6" junior, number 32, Sam Schabel. And at the post, a 5'11" senior, number 50, Megan Mattingly. Head coach of the Elks is Adam Prefer.
All right, welcome back to Centerville Gymnasium in Centerville High School for tonight's MVCC Women's Varsity Game of the Week. It is the 13-6 Centerville Elks, all in white, hosting the 11-7 Fairmont Firebirds, all in gray. And an intense G-Walk National East Conference showdown. The game earlier this year between these two, Fairmont won at Fairmont 53-42. We are ready for the opening tip. It looks like it is number 23, Jasmine Broner, versus number 22, Madison Bartley of the Firebirds. And the referee gives the signal, and we are ready. Number 32, Sam Chabel, shoots an opening three and is no good, but an offensive rebound for the Elks. Kick out, Chabel will try the other side. No good. Looks like Makira Webster comes up with the rebound. Up court, number 21, Maddie Westfeld's free shot is no good. Referee stops play. It's going to stay with Centerville. 7:35 left, or 7:35 in the opening quarter. Fairmont playing a full court press defense. Chabel gives off to Broner. Broner almost loses it, and Chabel corrals it. Broner drives into the paint. Off the glass is good, and that's the first basket of the game for either side. Jasmine Broner comes into the game averaging 7 points a game, and there's her first two. Bartley down low to Westfeld, or no, reverse that. Westfeld down low to Bartley for their Fairmont's first basket of the game. Bartley comes in leading scorer of the game, averaging 11.6.
32, Sam Schabel.
Sam Chabel picks up her first foul of the game.
On Fairmont's number 33, Ashley Daniels.
Actually, Fairmont's number 33, Ashley Daniels. Referee gets it wrong. Number 10, Emma Stanley. Has it now, passes off to Velasco. Velasco dribbles out to reset and gives it back to Staley. Chabel. A lot of moving the ball around the outside. Excellent defense by the Firebirds to start this game. And number 10, Emma Stanley hits a three to give the Centerville Elks back the lead. Stanley comes in averaging 5.4 points a game. Her three-point percentage is 34.8. So good three-point shot there. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Centerville. Fairmont's first turnover of the game. Long up court pass to Jasmine Broner. Broner pulls up from just inside the free throw line. And number 22, Madison Bartley, picks up the foul, or picks up the rebound.
Centerville foul number 32, Sam Chobble.
Fairmont foul on Sam Chobble.
Teams first.
Bartley comes in to the game averaging 7.2 rebounds a game, has a total of 129 rebounds. And Maddie Westfeld with an easy basket there. Broner on the other end hands up, picks it back out to Velasco. Long into the corner for Chobble. Her foot was inside the line, but Broner with an offensive rebound. Stanley down low to number 50, Mattingly.
Fouls on number 22, Madison Bartley.
Fouls on number 22, Madison Bartley. Her first, team second. Mattingly gets the long inbound, kicks it back out to Velasco. Velasco, nice behind the back dribble, pulls up from just inside the free throw line. No good. Broner left of the keys, no good. And another foul is going to be called. It looks like that might be on Ashley Daniels, and if it is her second. That is her second.
Her second, team's third.
And number 15, Jamie Pacenta, a 5'7" senior guard, is coming in for her.
Number 15, Jamie Pacenta. And for Centerville, number 1, Alexis Hutchison.
Staley thought about a three. Velasco down low to Mattingly. Mattingly kicks it out to Broner, but it's a turnover. Number 11, Molly Morgan Elliott, hands off now to Webster. Elliott now back out, Westbeld. Back out to Elliott. Elliott trying to get some separation. There's an advantage down low. Bartley takes advantage of it, but can't answer. Gets her defensive rebound, and it's knocked away. Velasco left wide open for three, and she makes the Firebirds pay. Amy Velasco from deep for three, her first basket of the game. Velasco comes in averaging 9.2 points a game and shooting 35% from three. She is 20 out of 56 on the year. From behind the arc is Amy Velasco. And in that, Jasmine Broner picked up her first, team second foul. Looking for an inbound, and that's a 5-second violation. A turnover for the Firebirds. Firebirds average almost 13 turnovers a game. Number 1, Alexis Hutchinson, is no good on that three attempt. And Makaira Webster's dribbling up court fast. Gives it down low to Westfield, gives it back to her. And that was actually Bartley and Makaira Webster with a three. That assist will go to Westfield as that's stolen. Offensive rebound for number 11, Elliott, and she will be fouled on the way up. Bartley comes in averaging 1.4 assists on the year. Has 26 total.
Molly Morgan Elliott shooting 2.
Velasco with her first, team's third foul.
Olivia Frank, number 10, checks in the game for the Firebirds for Jamie Placenta.
Fairmont goes 1 for 2. Mattingly with a defensive rebound off the free throws. And Velasco will bring the ball up court. Hutchinson left wide open for three, and Hutchinson's 0 for 2 from three so far in this first quarter. Webster kicks it over to, well, now Elliott has it. Number 10, Frank drives in. And they say Frank traveled. That's the third turnover.
Checking the game for Central, number 32,
Hutchison comes in averaging
and number 24,
22% from three. She has shot, she's 8 out of 36 on the year. So not stellar three-point numbers for Hutchison and the Elks. Hutchinson has it. Guarded heavily by Frank. Hutchinson does not know what to do with it. Kicks over to number 24, Kelsey George. And George drills the three. Fairmont calls a full timeout. Kelsey George.
Timeout Fairmont, a
30-second timeout Fairmont. Kelsey George averaging 6.4 points a game. 35% from three. Kelsey George has made 27 out of attempted 78 shots. Out of the Fairmont timeout, Centerville is up 11-8, but Fairmont does not seem to be getting things going. 3 turnovers and 1 for 2 from the free throw line so far. Westbeld brings it up court. Cross court pass to Frank Webster in the corner for 3. No good. And they're going to say a foul on number 21. Maddie Westbeld, her first, team's fourth. Velasco bringing up court, passes off to Chobble, back to Hutchinson, over to George. George guarded heavily by Elliott. Mattingly runs through the paint and gets it and then kicks it back out to Chobble. Good defense so far for the Firebirds. And they're going to tag Westbeld with her second foul on a reach-in.
Fairmont foul number 21, Maddie Westbeld. That's her second. Team's fifth.
And you hear the coach yell for Bartley.
Madison Bartley taking back the game for the Firebirds for Maddie Westbeld.
And Westbeld goes to the bench sitting with 2 fouls. Velasco now is going to be guarded by Frank. Velasco driving to the paint, pull up from the free throw line. No good, but an offensive rebound. George, and it's swatted away by Bartley. And that right there is Bartley's 32nd block of the season. Reason why Fairmont's number 1, 182 blocks now on the year. Mattingly's turnaround jumper is no good, but an offensive rebound. And that one's swatted away by number 42, Emma Marcheva. Chobble's shot is no good, just inside the arc. George with a rebound, but she falls out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Firebirds. Webster bringing it up court. Webster's going to be guarded by George. No, that's Chobble. Bartley looking for someone to, or no, Macheva kicks it out to Elliott, and that shot was no good. And a charge on, I believe that's number 1, Alexis Hutchinson. Her first, team's fourth.
Her first, team's fourth.
Jasmine Broner checks back into the game for Centerville from Mattingly. Webster going to bring the ball up the court, now guarded by Chobble. Kicks it over to Frank. Over to Elliott now at the right of the key. Down low, misadvantage with Marcheva. Marcheva off the glass. No, it was blocked by number 24, George. Kick over Hutchinson, or George will shoot a three. It's no good. Rebound and goes to Marcheva. Up court to Bartley. Bartley, hook shot is no good. And Centerville's running back up court. George Velasco for three. No good. Webster with a rebound for the Firebirds. Webster full court shot, and it counts at the buzzer! Fairmont ties the game up at 11 after a buzzer-beating three. What a way to end the offensive frustrations early in the quarter by hitting a buzzer-beating half-court three for Makaira Webster. Webster comes into the game averaging 4.5 points a game, shooting 26.3 percentage from three. She's attempted 13 and out of 49 on the year. But that could be her biggest three of the season so far. Well, no, that'll be her second biggest. She had a game-winning three against Springboro at Springboro a few weeks ago to give them the win. But, I mean, let's take a look at what's first Fairmont's schedule. Comes in 11-7, playing Centerville now. They finish the season, well, their last three games of the year is Bellbrook, Springfield for senior night, and then finishes the season at Beaver Creek, the last game of the year. Fairmont has six seniors on the team, so a lot of seniors on this team for the Firebirds. In Centerville, the rest of their season, before we get back to the second quarter, they have two games left at Beaver Creek, and then they finish the season senior night home versus Wayne. Fairmont had the ball to start the second quarter. Number 5, Kiera Thornton, kicks it back out to Webster. Webster thought about a three, down low that is Bartley. Thornton's shot is blocked but gets it back. Webster shoots a three. Webster's three is no good, and Chabel corrals the rebound. Velasco kicks over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson left with a wide open lane for an easy basket. Hutchinson's first basket of the game, and that ball's poked away by Kelsey George. Velasco gets it from Chabel, and Velasco's shot is no good, but an offensive rebound for George. Hutchinson drives into the paint again, off the glass, no. Elliott with the rebound. Webster up court to Bartley. Bartley off the glass, and it's good.
Passed by Madison Bartley.
Bartley has 4 points in the game now. Velasco guarded by Thornton, kicks out to George. George for three. George three is no good. Marcheva poked it away, but to the wrong team. Marcheva, and it's blocked from behind by Elliott. Substitutions for the Elks, number 15, Kenzie Smith, and number 50, Megan Mattingly, checking the game for Kelsey George and Amy Velasco. Inbound pass and a travel. Webster has it now. Webster's going to be the main one to bring it up the court the whole game, as she's the true guard for the Firebirds. Kicks over to Elliott. Back to Thornton. Marcheva now. Bartley has it. Bartley right of the key. That ball's poked away by Mattingly, and it's going to stay with the Firebirds. Thornton gets it on the inbound. Thornton turns around. Jump shot is good.
Kiera Thornton.
Kiera Thornton comes in averaging 5 points a game. There's a quick 2 for her to begin this second quarter, early in the second quarter. Mattingly hands off to Chobble. Chobble shot's no good, but Mattingly an offensive rebound and put back. Mattingly has 49, now 50 offensive rebounds on the season. Olivia Frank checks in for number 23, Makira Webster. Hutchinson almost had it poked away by Frank. To the glass, Frank with the rebound, and I think a block from behind. Frank kicks back out to, was going to Thornton. There to Marcheva. Marcheva uses the glass, and it's no good. And it's going to go foul the other way. And
foul number 22, Madison Bartley. Her second.
Bartley will pick up her second. Let's see if she goes to the bench. Number 24. Ireland Alberts checks in, yep, for Bartley. And Velasco checks in for Hutchinson. If you're Fairmont, you have 2 of your predominant scorers on the bench right now. So let's see how the Firebirds can play without their 2 big women down low. Mattingly goes, and they attack it. And Mattingly gets an easy basket, her second of the game. Thornton kicks over to Frank. Frank gives it off to Elliott. Frank is calling for it. Frank thought was going to take a 3, but Thornton will re-dribble and reset. Marcheva down low, off the glass, and it's good. Ties the game at 17 with 4:30 left in the half. Velasco kicks over to Smith, back to Chobble. Broder cross court to Smith. Chobble gives it to Broner at the free throw line. Broner backs her way up and takes the shot, but not an offensive rebound. Kenzie Smith for 3. Airballs that one, and Marcheva, no, that's Elliott, dribbles up court. Elliott drives into the paint, off the glass, no. Kenzie Smith driving into the paint, off the glass, no. Elliott with another rebound. Thornton's going to dribble it up the court. Now Frank sets a screen. And they're going to tag number 15, Kenzie Smith, with a push.
Centerville foul number 15, Kenzie.
That'll be her first, team's 5th.
Team's 5th.
Makira Webster checks in for Thornton.
Number 23, Makira Webster. And returning for Centerville, number 10, Hannah Stanley.
Webster looking for some separation off of Stanley. Gives it off to Elliott. Frank is calling for it. Elliott kicks it out to Marcheva. Marcheva kicks it out to Frank. And now Webster has it back out. Down low to Alberts, and it's going to stay with Fairmont with 3:09 left, tied at 17. Frank off the inbound and loses it. The 6th turnover for the Firebirds, their 2nd in this quarter. Mattingly off an offensive rebound. And now Webster back up court with 2:45 left. Webster loses it up, or loses it going up. Chobble kicks over to Velasco, back to Chobble. Chobble for 3, and it's nothing but nylon.
Chobble for 3.
Centerville extends their lead to 5. Chabel's first basket of the game, first 3-point of the game. With 2.5 left, Centerville leads 22-17. Elliott now kicks out to Frank. Frank gives it back to Webster. Elliott will shoot a 3, and Elliott drains a 3 to answer Centerville's. Velasco now is going to slowly bring it up, guarded by Frank. Kick over to Stanley, and Stanley's going to drive out and drive back in. And now Chabel's going to reset left of the key. And a foul. Did not see anything, but it's going to go against Centerville on a turnover. Their 5th.
Game for Fairmont number 5, Kiara Thornton. And for Centerville number 3, Lexi Harrison.
Harrison comes back in for the Elks. Webster down low to Marcheva, and that's another turnover for the Firebirds, their 8th. Stanley goes coast to coast. Stanley goes, and an easy drive to the basket. They just, Fairmont, I guess, didn't want to play defense on that possession. And Webster loses it going out of bounds. The 9th turnover for the Firebirds this half, and we still have 1:15 left. Centerville leads by 4. And George traveled the 6th turnover for the Elks. No, that was number 3, Harrison. Now Webster going to walk it up slowly with 1 minute left in our first half of our MVCC Varsity Women's Game of the Week. Frank has it, passes back out to Thornton. Webster calls for it and drives back out, kicks it to Frank. Down low to Marcheva, and Marcheva has an easy basket as she got the separation between her and Mattingly. 35 seconds left. Velasco and Elks have the ball. She's backing Frank up to try to get the separation, and she's going to redo it with 25 seconds. Almost loses it, and they're going to tag Frank with a foul. That'll be her first, team 7th, so Centerville will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Amy Velasco. Amy Velasco is an 81.5% free throw shooter. On the year, she is she's 22 out of 27, so not a lot of free throws. But she she misses that one. But Amy Velasco gets her own miss and turns it over. 12 seconds left. Let's see if Fairmont tries and holds for the last shot. Thornton hands off to Elliott with 5 seconds left. Elliott drives to the paint with an easy basket with 2 seconds left. Centerville's not going to get a shot off, and we are tied at halftime. Fairmont Centerville at 24 in our MVCC Varsity Women's Game of the Week. I'm Jared Bergstrom. We'll be back after halftime with hopefully an intense second half as it was this first half. All right, here we go. About 40 seconds left until halftime is over, and we start the second half of our MVCC Varsity Women's Game of the Week. We are currently tied up at 24 apiece between the Centerville Lady Elks and the Centerville Lady Elks and the Fairmont Lady Firebirds. They're getting ready. Centerville will have possession of the ball to start the third quarter. And we're going to see Fairmont's big women down low, Bartley and Westbeld. Westbeld is the younger sister to Catherine Westbeld, who plays for Notre Dame. And Catherine Westbeld was the stellar forward when I went to Fairmont. And just like that, the Centerville turns it over. Westbeld has it in the corner. Westbeld down low to Bartley. Bartley back to Westbeld. And that's a turnover. Webster brings it back up court. Guarded by Broner. Kicks out to Elliott. Elliott gives it to, I cannot see that jersey number from my vantage point. Webster, 4-3 is no good. It's going to go back to Centerville. Velasco bringing it up the court. Down low to Mattingly. Back out to Velasco. And now Chabel has it, guarded by Westbeld. And they're going to tag. Oh, that's Westbeld will pick up her third foul.
Fairmont foul number 21, Maddie Westbeld. Her third, team's first.
And number 5, Kira Thornton stands up, goes to the scorer's table.
Kira Thornton, number 5.
And that will be it probably for a while for Maddie Westbeld. You see the disappointment in Westbeld's face as she walks to the end of the bench. And a foul, 33. Daniels picks up her third foul. And she's going to go to the bench as Olivia Frank walks to the scorer's table. Broner at the line shooting 2. Broner's first free throw underway is no good. And there it is, Frank for Daniels.
Olivia Frank for Ashley Daniels.
Broner's second free throw coming. It's up. And it's good. And now Webster, the true guard's going to bring it up. Webster kicks out, and Broner knocks away. Chabel running up court. Chabel stops, kicks back out to Velasco for 3. Is no good. Thornton controls the rebound. Velasco gets it and kicks it back down low to Mattingly. Mattingly misses. Frank comes up with a rebound. And now the Firebirds are going to slowly bring it up the court. Webster kicks out to Thornton. Thornton to Elliott. Elliott to Frank, back to Webster. No, that's Thornton. There's Webster. Webster thought about a 3, drives in. Circus shot is good. No, they're going to call a charge. That'll be the first foul on Makaira Webster, team's third.
Firebirds number 23, Makaira Webster, her first, team's third.
Alexis Hutchinson checks in for number 10, Emma Stanley. Velasco brings the ball up court, will be picked up by Frank. Gives it off to Chabel, who's guarded by Webster. Broner down low to Mattingly. Mattingly working on Bartley, and it's an easy basket. Up court, Bartley kicks it back out to Frank. Cross corner to Thornton. Thornton saves it from going out of bounds. Can't hit the easy drive or baseline shot. And Velasco's going to go, nope, going to kick back out to Hutchinson. Down low, Broner. Broner took too many steps. That'll be the second turnover for the Elks. Frank thought about a three, but kicks it out to Thornton. Back to Webster. Down low to Bartley, kicks it, and Bartley put a little bit too much heat on that one as she intended it to Kira Thornton. Do you see them over there playing? Yeah. Are they going to hit our stuff? Okay. I just checked on them. And she's foul counted, and one going for Alexis Hutchinson. She's going to go to the line to shoot the and one, and let's see who they tag the foul on.
Fouls on number 5, Kiera Thornton.
Foul number 5, Kiera Thornton, her first, team's fourth.
Shooting 1.
And it's no good. Bartley with, or no, that's Elliott with the rebound. Thornton wide open for three in the corner is nothing but nylon. And Velasco brings it back up. It's a 2-point game with 4:20 left in the third. Hutchison trying to dribble around Thornton. And now kicks it out to Broner. Broner's shot high off the glass is no good. Bartley with a rebound. They're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to be in favor of Fairmont. Fairmont can tie or take the lead on this possession. Thornton down low to Elliott, who backs out. Kicks it to Bartley, who's at the free throw line. Foul on number 50, Megan Mattingly, her first, team's first of the half. Long inbound pass goes to Elliott, and she loses it. Third turnover, and Broner goes coast to coast after the turnover. And Webster now is going to come back up. Broner now has 5 points in the game. Webster down low to Thornton in the corner. Thornton can't hit her second three in as many trips. Hutchinson kicks over to, I don't have a number 12. Oh, that's Chauble. Amy Velasco guarded by Webster. Webster giving her plenty of room. Velasco kicks out to Chauble, who thought about a three, guarded heavily by Frank. Chauble will pull up just inside the three-point line, is no good. Thornton with the rebound, and Thornton's going to run the point and pass off to Webster down low, and it's going to stay with Fairmont.
Checking back in the game for Fairmont,
number 42, Emma Marcheva, is coming in for Bartley, and Bartley, you're assuming this is just going to be a quick breather. (31-27) lead the Elks with 2:54 left in the third quarter. And it's still going to stay with Fairmont as Hutchinson had a finger on it on the inbound. Frank down low to Marcheva. Marcheva with an easy 2-foot jumper. 31-29, but they leave George down wide open on the other end. I don't know why she travels. She was rocking on her foot. That'll be the third turnover for the Elks. Fairmont, 2.5 minutes left in the third. Down 2, 31-29. Can tie or take the lead. Frank for three in the far corners, no good. Frank almost gets the rebound, but it's going to come back to the Firebirds as Centerville has their fourth turnover in this quarter. Number 15, Jamie Pacenta.
Back in the game for Fairmont, number 15, Jamie Pacenta.
She's coming in for Olivia Frank.
For Olivia Frank.
Inbound pass goes from Thornton to Webster. Webster working on Velasco. Gives it off to Pacenta. Pacenta dribbles around the Marcheva screen. High pass to Elliott, but it's a good thing Elliott is 6 foot because that one was about 5'11" of a pass. And Marcheva ties the game at 31 with 2 minutes left. Amy Velasco kicks out Hutchinson baseline, and her layup bank shot is good. Each team trading baskets the last couple possessions. Webster kicks out to Thornton. Thornton to Pacenta. Pacenta thought about a three, kicks out, back out to Elliott. Elliott drives into the glass, loses it out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Fairmont. Number 50, Megan Mattingly, comes back in for Jasmine Broner. And Madison Bartley checks in for Makaira Webster. Inbound pass goes to Pacenta, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Fairmont. Long inbound pass goes to Bartley, and Bartley gets it, drives in, kicks it out to Elliott, and it's stolen away up court to Chobble. Chobble, and it's blocked on a trailing block by Elliott of the Firebirds. Heads up defense by Elliott, and she saves what would have been an easy basket for Chobble. Velasco gets the inbounds pass, kicks back out to Chobble. Down low to Mattingly. Mattingly off the glass is good. And it's back to a 4-point game with a minute left. Pacenta gets the inbounds pass, gives it right back to Thornton. Thornton hands off to Elliott. Elliott dribbles around the Pacenta screen. Now Thornton kicks over to Pacenta. Marcheva thought about it. Marcheva's wide open. And there's a foul down low. Centerville foul, Alexis Hutchinson, her second, team's second. Elliott inbound to Bartley. Bartley off the back of the iron. No, but Bartley with an offensive rebound. Kick out to Thornton. Pacenta for three. No good. But another offensive rebound for Bartley, and Bartley's shot still no good. Offensive rebound for Elliott, and she puts it up with 30 seconds left in the third. 20 seconds left as Velasco brings it up the court.
Hot dogs and Chick-fil-A. Buy one, get one free.
Velasco with 10 seconds left. George gets separation, but kicks it back out to Chobble. Velasco in the corner. Mattingly, Chobble with 2 seconds left on the clock, and it's good! Chobble hits a three. That's the second buzzer-beating shot of the game. Centerville leads 38-33 going into the fourth and final quarter of our MVCC Women's Varsity Game of the Week.
Third quarter score, Centerville 38, Fairmont 33.
Yeah. Wasn't this exciting? Yeah. Not when we did Fairmont Times where it was 54-8. Hell, I think the girls' games can stay this interesting after the girls' games. Are we doing playoff basketball? All righty, here we go. Fourth and final quarter. And a great game for MVCC Varsity Women's Game of the Week. Fairmont down by 5, 38-33 to Centerville, as Centerville gets to start, Centerville gets to start this ball with the fourth quarter with the ball. And Maddie Westfeld and Micaiah Webster both check back into the game for the Firebirds. And a turnover by the Elks. Webster bringing the ball slowly up court. Down low passes. And it looks like Velasco is going to be tagged for her second foul.
Centerville foul number 20, Amy Velasco. That's her second, team's third.
Westfeld drives back in, kicks out to Daniels, who kicks over to Webster. Webster drives in, kicks out to Daniels. Daniels baseline just inside the arc is no good. Hutchinson with the rebound for the Elks. Cross court to Velasco. Velasco from 3 is no good. Chauvel comes up with the rebound. Velasco whips it out to George. George's 3 is no good. Hutchinson's floater is
Alexis Hutchinson.
a 7-point game now. Elliott shoots a 3 in transition. No good. Offensive rebound for Westfeld. Westfeld off the glass. No. Hutchinson now running the point, running up court. And a kick ball will be called against Westfeld, and it'll stay with Centerville. Thornton checks in for Webster for the Firebirds. 6:45 left. Centerville has extended its lead to 7 and with the ball. Velasco out to George, who gives it off to Chabel. Now they're whipping it around the outside of the arc. Mattingly down low, and Mattingly has another easy basket. It's a 9-point game. Mattingly has 12 points in the game now. Thornton kicks it out to Westfeld. Westfeld drive into the paint, scoop shot, no good. Hutchinson with a rebound. Long up court pass to Chabel. Chabel's baseline is no good. George with the rebound. Chabel drive into the paint. She's fouled. That'll be Westfeld's 4th foul. With 6:01 left in the 4th. Westfeld is going to have to come to the bench.
Sam Chabel shooting 2.
No, it looks like Coach Drake is going to let her play through it. Well, it's already a good foul if you're looking at the aspect of points. It's misses the first one for Chabel. Second one is up, and she misses that one too.
Substitute throw for a lane violation.
A lane violation, so another attempt of a free throw. Chabel makes the second one, or the redo count. Thornton kicks out to Elliott. Elliott gives it to, dribbles in and gives it to Westfeld. Westfeld back out to Elliott. Elliott down low to Bartley, kicks out to Thornton for 3. And Thornton's 3 is good. Cuts the lead back down to 7. Velasco down low to Hutchinson. Hutchinson almost loses it. Mattingly almost loses it, but Chabel's there for the cleanup. Hutchinson Kicks it back out to George. Now Chobble. Velasco guarded by Daniels. George foul is no good. Westfeld running up, kicks it out to Thornton. Thornton for a second three is no good.
Back in the game for Centerville, number 23, Jasmine Broner for Kelsey George.
Chobble for three on the other end, and that one was halfway down and no good. Thornton with the rebound. 4:40 left, still a 7-point game. Up court to Bartley. And it's going to go back to Centerville.
Timeout, Fairmont.
And Fairmont's going to call a full timeout.
A full timeout.
All right, out of the Fairmont timeout, you hear the Centerville pep band in the background. It'll be Centerville's ball inbounding under Fairmont's basket. And Velasco's running up court, almost slipped and traveled. And Fairmont needs a stop here if they want to try and work themselves back into this game. Pressuring defense by Fairmont's two big girls. Down low to Mattingly. Mattingly has it rejected by Bartley. Westfeld going to bring it up the court quickly. Westfeld drives in, pulls up from the free throw line. Shot is no good. Offensive rebound, Bartley, and the putback is good.
Madison Bartley.
43-38 with 3:50 left. Chobble has the ball guarded by Westfeld. Westfeld is playing with 4 fouls. Hutchinson drive to the basket. Shot is no good. And a defensive rebound for Elliott for the Firebirds. Westfeld's calling for it in the corner. I don't think anybody saw her. Elliott's shot counted and one.
Basket by Morgan Elliott.
And Elliott is going to go to the free throw line to cut this to a 2-point game. Chobble picks up her second foul.
Kelsey George back in the game for Centerville for Jasmine Broner.
Broner checks back into the game, or no, George checks back into the game for Broner. Elliott's foul shot up and good. It's a 2-point game, 43-41 with 3.5 minutes left. Fairmont's going to come out and play a full court press. Velasco drives in on Daniels, kicks out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson whipping it around now. George has it in the far corner. Back to Chobble. Kicks it to Velasco. Velasco thought about a three. Velasco guard, and Velasco with a wide open lane to the basket.
Velasco. Timeout, Centerville.
And Centerville is going to call a timeout. A full timeout with 2:58 left. Centerville leads 45-41 in our varsity women's game of the week. All right, out of the Centerville timeout, Fairmont has the ball. They will inbound underneath Centerville's basket. Centerville by 4, 45-41. 2:58 left, setting up to be an exciting finish in an intense G-Walk National East showdown. Thornton drives in, kicks down low, and it's a turnover. The Firebirds' first turnover of this fourth quarter. And now Fairmont has to play defense and try and get a stop. Mattingly kicks it out to Chobble. Chobble fouled by, it looks like Bartley, my correction. That'll be Bartley's third. Oh no, they're going to call it on number 11.
Team 6.
Elliott, her first, team's first. 2 shots coming. First one is good from Chobble. Extends it to a 5-point game with 2.5 left. Broner checks into the game for Kelsey George. Second one from Chobble is good. A 6-point game with 2.5 minutes left. Thornton drives to the left side. Cross court to Daniels. Elliott will shoot a 3. Elliott's 3 was halfway down, but an offensive rebound. Timeout Fairmont. So they'll save, or they'll keep the possession. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 47-41, 2:14. Couldn't ask for more an exciting finish as we hear the Centerville Pep Band play for this timeout. All right, here we go. Out of the Fairmont timeout. Inbound pass goes to Thornton. Kicks it out to Westbeld. Westbeld loses it. The Firebirds pick it up, and Fairmont was fouled. It'll only be Centerville's 5th foul, so still no foul shots.
Centerville foul number 23,
23, Jasmine Broner, her second, team's 5th.
Team's 5th.
Westbeld set to inbound from half court to Thornton. Elliott has it. Elliott kicks out to Westbeld. Westbeld, no, that's Bartley. Bartley traveled. The turnover's starting to pile up for the Firebirds, and it's something you cannot do to try and mount a comeback, especially against the Centerville Elks. Chobble drives, dribbles back out, drives back in, kicks out to Mattingly. Hutchinson's circus shot will not fall. And a jump ball called.
Timeout, Centerville.
They're going to give Centerville the timeout. The 30-second timeout. A minute 37 left, still a 6-point game. If Fairmont wants to try and get back in this game, they have to get a stop on this defensive stand. Inbound pass to Chobble, guarded heavily by Bartley, who kicks out to Velasco, who's guarded by Webster. Webster playing great defense, tight defense. And that's going to be an illegal screen by Mattingly. Her second. Team 6. So one more, and Fairmont will be shooting the 1-and-1. But that's a defensive stand the Firebirds needed to make with 1:23 left, down 6. Webster drives in, kicks out to Thornton. Thornton takes Bartley's screen, who hands it off. Webster gives it back to Thornton. Thornton will shoot a 3 in the corner, no good. Bartley with an offensive rebound, and putback's no good. No idea what was called. I didn't see anything, but maybe she stepped on the line. It's going to belong to Fairmont. And Fairmont's chances are slowly dwindling. Webster gets the inbounds pass. Westbeld will shoot a 3. No good. Hutchinson with a rebound. And now Fairmont will almost have to play the fouling game, as we're under a minute left. And Webster fouls Amy Velasco.
Foul number 23, Michaela Webster, her second, team 7. Amy Velasco shooting 1-and-1.
Velasco's first free throw is no good. Thornton with a defensive rebound. Firebirds need to hurry quickly. Webster in the corner for 3 is no good. Velasco with a rebound. And Westbeld just picked up her 5th foul. And she's going to be done for the game.
Fairmont foul number 21, Maddie Westbeld, her 5th, team's 8.
So Westbeld will walk to the end of the bench.
Jamie Pacenta, number 15.
And she is disqualified for the rest of the game. Jamie Pacenta checks in. Velasco shooting still the 1-and-1. Missed the last one. Velasco's free throw is no good. Another rebound. Firebirds need to get a quick 3. Webster down low. Thornton for 3. Thornton's 3 is no good. Offensive rebound. Elliott drives into the paint. Off the glass, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 20.9 seconds left.
Center foul number 23, Jasmine Broner, her 3rd, team 7. Molly Morgan-Elliott shooting 2.
First one is no good. Second one from Elliott is good. Timeout, Fairmont.
Timeout, Fairmont, a full timeout.
Fairmont will call a full timeout. With 20.9 seconds left, there's not a lot of hope resting, especially where the Firebirds have shot the 3 ball this second half. The best thing for them to do is come out and play a full court press and hopefully go and try and get the steal early. If not, you have to foul immediately. And the one person you don't want to foul is Amy Velasco, an 83% free throw shooter on the season. So out of the Fairmont timeout, it will be Centerville's ball. 20.9 seconds left. And Velasco is fouled immediately by Webster. That'll be Webster's 3rd, and Velasco.
23, Michaela Webster, her 3rd, team's 9th.
Velasco has missed the last 2 1-and-1s. Free throw is good. It makes it a 6-point game with 19.8 seconds. Second one is up and no good. Webster shooting, trailing three. Pacenta forces a three, no good. And with 6.6 seconds left, Alexis Hutchinson is going to go to the line to shoot two.
That's her first team's 10th.
Team's 10th, so 2 foul shots coming.
Alexis Hutchinson shooting 2.
And this one is all but over. Hutchinson misses the first, but 6.6 seconds left and 6-point lead. I think any coach would love to have that. Second one is up and good.
Timeout, Centerville.
Centerville calls the timeout. Don't really understand why. With a 7-point lead with 6.6 seconds. I mean, unless Fairmont gets fouled shooting a three, it makes that for a 4-point play. It's still a 3-point game. So it looks like Centerville is going to just put everybody in the back court and let them. This is to save a few seconds, but 6.6 seconds. Webster cross court to Pacenta. Pacenta to Elliott. Elliott for three at the buzzer, no good. And that is how the final game, or the final ends. Centerville wins 49-42 and a thrilling MVCC Women's Varsity Game of the Week. Remember, we are going to be back at it here Tuesday night as the Miami Zork Vikings come in to Centerville and try and beat the Elks on their home court. I'm Jared Bergstrom signing off with the rest of the Miami Valley Communications crew. Thank you for watching another edition of MVCC Varsity Game of the Week.